He attended Batch Freeman High School, Lagos, then obtained his MBBS from the University College Hospital, Ibadan. By all yardsticks, he's made remarkable strides in the Nigerian film industry. Please sit back and meet up close and personal Dr. Chidia Maduekwe.
I really want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to have this conversation with us.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Now, wait a minute. You are first and foremost a doctor of medicine.
Yeah.
What was the transition like becoming the head of a film corporation?
Community service as a medical doctor gave me the currency that transformed me into a politician. And becoming a politician made me become the political head of the film corporation over decades.
Now, talking about, politics and government and film, the NFC has been in the spotlight concerning film and policies. How do you see the proliferation of guilds and associations coming together to form one body under Nollywood?
Well, the proliferation of guilds is a very healthy development, particularly for a robust film industry like Nigeria that is aspiring to become the #1 film industry in the world, considering that we're already enviably occupying the second position. And judging from the massive number of movies that we are churning out. And when you benchmark that against the huge population of the country, over 200 and something million people, so you realize that we are bound to have a very active and robust film industry. So there is nothing wrong with the proliferation of guilds, but it's not to say that they're going to become one body. No, to pursue the agenda for Nollywood. They will have that common agenda of Nollywood, but from their different standpoint.
Since your first tenure, the industry has grown in, especially the Nigerian Film Institute, has grown in leaps and bounds with new construction of the massive sites that you have here in Jos. What were the challenges that you've encountered since you got here, and which way forward?
I felt that in order to revamp this famous film institute and the national corporation that seemed to have been at the backwaters by way of being noticed, I needed to challenge the status quo in order to bring activities of the agency to the front burner. That meant that 168 hectares of land that had been given to this agency right from early 80s and has been lying dormant. I felt that it wasn't to the interest of government to allow it to remain that way. So I told my staff within 30 days of resuming office that we need to move to our permanent site. Even though it's not completed, we needed to be there to ensure that we take possession and bring it to life as to what had been the objective of government when that land was ceded to Nigerian Film Corporation. I must say that I'm grateful to the Honorable Minister under whose watch that I've been guided, and the support we have received from the National Assembly since 2019, when we started receiving our appropriation to commence building of classroom blocks, lecture theaters, auditorium, and many other infrastructures that are there. And along the line, based on government policy of interfacing with the global community, we are able to sign the first co-production agreement with France which was the first between Nigeria and any country. And derived from there was the intervention agency of the French government, AFD, coming to look at what we are doing. And today, I can assure you that we are also having the support of the French government. We already had the support of the German government in terms of what we are doing in the area of digitization and restoration and training. You know, we have the Foremost Training Institute you talked about. Right now, we are offering a master degree program in film culture and archiving based on the support of the German government. So also many other countries, South Korea, Israel, Norway, have been making, government have been stimulating that kind of cooperation, because we believe that when we have that combined relationship with other countries in the world, because film is a global entity now, it's not a national, product only, it is global. So we'll be able to expose our young talents whom we are training, and those who are not within the confines of our training institute, who are all over the country and through our zonal offices, interface them with what is happening globally, so that Nigeria will quickly, continuously ramp up on the path of trajectory as a film destination.
You are, perhaps, from the little I know about you, an expert in, say, youth development. We have a massive population of youths as displayed in the last elections. What do you think we should be thinking of now, especially concerning the youths of this country generally?
I am in the area of the audiovisual, and so my own concern is that what am I bringing to the table for government to offer as a way of getting our youth, developed and all that. So you find out that the critical point is training, which is our strong point. That's why we have the National Film Institute, Human Capacity Development. If we don't have the people trained, then acquire the necessary skills, they will not be there out there to be gainfully employed to attack the issue of youth unemployment. So apart from the training that we do at the National Film Institute, with the support of the National Assembly, many of the constituency projects go in the area of training. So that's why you find us providing resources, resource persons to support such constituency training program in the area of cinematography, script writing, editing, and all that. And you realize that wherever we have gone to supporting in such a training exercise, a lot of awareness is created, and sometimes they leave things like starter packs with those that have gained the training, and they open shop. They have some little money, they open shop at that level. That is quite basic. But at the intermediate level, we find out that we have increased our enrollment capacity with diploma in our institution, and those with degree also. We have those who want to pursue their degree course. We have also increased our capacity enrollment, so that you find out that at the end we have a lot of people now than in the past. That's why you find at the permanent side more lecture classrooms are coming, lecture theaters are coming up, and so that we can absorb the growing number of youth that are expressing interest in the area of filmmaking. And of course, with the government-to-government MOUs and agreement, we have gotten several government interests. International agencies interested in what we are doing here in National Film Institute.
Thank you for all that. You're quite busy man, I would say. That, with all these things that you're doing, all these collaborations and constructions and all the things that you're doing. What do you do when you are not doing anything about NFC, NFI? What is your social life like?
Most of the time, I think I'm engaged with watching the YouTubes, so that I'll get more insight in creativity.
You don't do anything else, not involved in any activity, perhaps?
I like to ride my bicycle where the atmosphere is welcoming. I have an e-bike that sometimes I take through the undulating scenery of Jos when I'm in Jos or when I'm in Abuja, but sometimes you look at the environment and you don't want to be a target, so you stop doing that. Otherwise, those are the areas I like to, of course.
We can't have this interview without talking about Zuma Festival. What is the next step for Zuma Festival?
Zuma is moving into becoming one must-go film festival in Africa. When I was appointed in 2017, Zuma Film Festival, which incidentally is our national film festival, had not held for almost 5 years. But to the glory of God, since 2017 till date, we have been holding Zuma back to back. And the good news is that the Federal Capital Territory Administration has bought into the Zuma Film Festival. And last year, we signed a collaborative MOU for 10 years, for the first 10 years, during which the Federal Capital Territory has accepted that Abuja be designated as the host city for the Zuma Film Festival. Besides that, we are looking at the Zuma Film Festival becoming a melting point, not only for Nigerian filmmakers, not only for the Anglophone filmmakers, but also for the Francophone filmmakers. So we are, Nigeria and South Africa, are looking at driving a film festival in Nigeria that will be a melting point for the Francophone and the Anglophone countries. So you expect that the Zuma Film Festival this year will have robust presence of our sister partners from North Africa, and of course these French-speaking West African countries, in addition to the Anglophone-speaking African countries. So there are also going to be film markets. So we are expecting that for the first time, Nigeria cannot be a mega producer of film in the world, and we don't celebrate our cinematic excellence. So Zuma Film Festival, with Abuja the host city, is geared towards meeting up that expectation by mounting a world-class film festival come this December 2023.
Great. So, and finally, let's ask you this question. You've done so much, you've gone through school, you've been in the house for the Third Republic, if I'm correct.
You're right.
You've done so much. What's your future? What have you liked?
It's a great one. I started with caring for humanity. My future lies with the humanity. And I want to continue pursuing activities that are going to center around caring for humanity, so that when my time is up, it will be said, here lies the man who cared for his community and humanity at large.
I'm sure you'll be able to do that and a whole lot more. I really want to thank you once again for taking time out to have this conversation with us.
So it's a pleasure for providing this opportunity. I'm grateful. Thank you.